What's up everyone, welcome back to the IEP Weekly Update where we dive into what's happening this week in our performance track, as well as other updates, announcements, tips, and tricks from the IEP team. This week we're in week 9 of cycle 2. This is our last regular training week before we progress into next week, which is going to be our test week. We're just going to see exactly where we are after the last 20 weeks, if you've been with us consistently, to see how our speed, strength, and capacity are standing up across training for this long period of time. So let's dive into this week. Monday is going to be our speed and power day. This week is going to be focused on, again, the 3-point start. We're going to change a little bit of our posture work and movement mechanics on the front end, just to create a little bit of variety and work some different skills in that sense. And then we'll finish off with a hang power clean. So working from a right above the kneecap and working from that power position, just exploding in a shorter range of motion than we do on a power clean. And then we'll finish off with our Nordic hamstrings, of course. Tuesday is going to be our main strength day. This week, we're going to be switching up the exercises back to what we did a couple weeks ago. So we'll be focusing on the box squat for our main lower body work. This is going to be supersetted with a seated box jump. So same movement pattern, just one is weighted, one is unweighted. And then we'll move into the upper body pulling superset. This is going to be a single arm pin lay row. So you can do this with a kettlebell or a landmine setup. Kettlebell is going to be a little bit easier on the grip, but you just won't be able to go as heavy unless you have an obscene amount of weights for kettlebells. And then you're going to superset this with an explosive band row. So attach a band to the rack and explosively rip it towards you, control back down, rip it towards you again. And then we'll finish off with a good work capacity piece. This is going to be a moderate time domain, more focused in the sandbag work for that piece. And then Wednesday is going to be our change direction day. This week's focus is going to be the crossover movement pattern. So we'll start off with some skill work just to get the movement pattern more ingrained in our minds. And then we'll work on some decelerations and then apply that skill doing a crossover run and sprint work where we cross over a couple steps, stick, and then sprint back out and finish with a deceleration. Finishing this day off is going to be a aerobic capacity piece. It's going to be a little bit longer, so we've shortened the movement work on the front end to allow you to have more time on the back end for the capacity piece. Thursday is going to be our hybrid strength and volume day. So we'll prime the system after a good warm up with some overhead backwards throws. Ideally stick to the 10, 15, 20 pound ball. Any heavier, you're going to lose the stimulus of the speed component because we want to create the biggest arch as possible. So I'm throwing max height and distance with these throws. Then we'll move into the upper body strength piece, and then that is going to be followed up by all of the volume work on the back end. Friday is going to be our all-encompassing day. We'll start off with some max velocity work, then get into the strength piece. We're working this week on the lateral step up, so pushing straight down, having a little bit better movement pattern that resembles our sprint mechanics and running patterns. And then we'll finish off with the upper body vertical pulling superset. So we'll do chin-ups and an explosive straight arm pull down, same concept as what we did on Tuesday, where you rapidly explode down and rip it down, and then control back up and then rip it again. Finish off the week with another moderate to short-ish work capacity piece. This is going to be more barbell focused this week. So hit that hard, finish with the cool down, and then roll into the next day. And Saturday is going to be our active recovery day for those who are able to hit everything during the week, or a makeup day if your schedule just didn't allow you to get everything in. If you have any questions or need help kind of adjusting that day, reach out to me and we can kind of figure out what exactly you need to get done on that day for the makeup day to get you the most benefit of the program. Today is Sunday, our rest day. As always, we want you to take this time and spend with family, friends, checking on your buddies, make sure you're eating well and hydrating well, and preparing yourself to attack this upcoming week. Stay safe, train smart.